before we do jump in straight into the action, what are your predictions? I'm going to give you mine just because I always go last and sometimes I don't even say anything. I agree with them, but I feel TYLOO just might just smack ViCi around. I have a feeling this is going to be a 2-0.
Yeah, I think I'll probably side with you on this one. There's deep down, I believe ViCi are good enough to win a map, but I think they've had a couple of weaknesses yesterday. I mean, against Invictus, I mean, Invictus aren't looking fantastic, right? And they had to come back on Nuke. They had to have huge performances from Jamyoung and straight off the bat. It's Summer. How does he get to? How does he get to there, Blur? And now the push out towards the site. They've still got a man deficit here, ViCi, but they're going to pull it back. Zokin with a kill on the Dan King and the bomb plant coming through.
How does he get the bomb even down? There were CTs everywhere, Dinko, but he does manage to do that, and that's a little bit of a win, but that's all he'll find. TYLOO with a fast and furious round. ViCi not wasting any time, but yeah, I just want to go back to how the hell did Summer get that second kill? Because he was blinded.
He should have died immediately, right? Because it was the drop down of multiple players into Pop Dog. He just had so much time to work with, and I really don't understand how he has this much time to work with. We get a replay to see how Kaze just whiffs. I think they all got stuck to each other's head, so the aim was a little bit off. It gave him a little bit of time to work with, and obviously Summer is going to capitalize. Getting those 2 kills pretty much secures the pistol win there for TYLOO. And immediately, a pistol pickup for TYLOO on Train is impressive, because they have kind of sucked at the pistol rounds play, I have to say. That has been something TYLOO have not been good at so far in this tournament, so a good start. We'll see if they can clean it up here. ViCi going into the next round with Galils. They've got 4 of those out alongside a scout. TYLOO over here, they've got the rifles in play. They've got the scout in the hands of Dan King. This could be a round where TYLOO pick up all the money, set themselves up for success with Dan King cracking the skull of the in-game leader of ViCi.
I hate the current economy.
Me too.
Look at the buy. Look at the buy for ViCi. And slowly, well, he crosses over. And a cross back, he gets taken down. Kaze reply back. The scouts singing. Oh, that is so scary. Somebody, why would he do that? You got an M4, lad. It's so not worth it. He spots the barrel out, drops down, rounds of a couple of bullets into the feet of Mr. Kaze. Speaking of Mr. Kaze, he has been, and we saw this, we pointed out yesterday as well, but he has been very, very underwhelming. And when I say underwhelming, it's not like he's bottom fragging anything. It's just like, this is Kaze we're talking about. You know, the best player in Asia, apart from Bentet, and currently we keep saying, you know, the best player right now still living in Asia. But it seems like Jamyoung has kind of overtaken him. Then, that being said, Jamyoung hasn't yet been tested, unfortunately, due to the COVID situation in international Counter-Strike yet. But here we go. We'll talk about it later on. It's a 4v4. The take is coming in towards outside, and it's 20 seconds on the clock. They need to make some haste, but Danking is being a problem here with that scout. He's just playing distraction. They're all falling through the rifles, Dinko. 1 casualty. That's all it'll be, and a beautiful 3K coming in from Mr. Somebody.
Yeah, he's shown up early on. That's good stuff from Somebody. Dan King with that early kill as well. Good stuff from TYLOO. ViCi getting destroyed. And now we take a look at their buy. It's not a buy. It's going to be the full eco. A couple of P250s maybe purchased up. And we've seen what these teams can do with P250s. We've seen a little bit of chaos earlier today from flying. We know these Chinese players are so incredible at this game. They can pull anything off with just a small investment.
Well, this is going to be, of course, the full eco. Didn't get the bomb on the second time around. Slowly. Oh, he's got a shoddy. The alligator, and oh, he's going to be very hungry with that. Imagine the amount of money you can farm up, and Somebody, okay, like you just smelt them coming in. This is scary, but he's still going to bomb them up. Oh, I love and I hate Somebody at the same time, and he pushes on up Dinko, and okay, maybe information was conveyed that Advent's all the way to its team mid. That is so unnecessary, especially because he's got a rifle.
Yeah, but it's like, it's Somebody versus ViCi. You know, TYLOO versus ViCi. It's all about the mental game, and Somebody just showing he's not scared of these players, doesn't even respect them. He's gonna push them in Pop Dog. This is just not normal. It doesn't make sense, but there's something up there in the head of Somebody. I don't know how many hours you can put into Counter-Strike and realize that you just don't do that, all right? But if you're Somebody, I suppose it works. And he's got aggressive towards Ivy early on, slowly. Where the XM has pushed up into the brown holes. A little bit of a smoke to play with here, but no one here from ViCi. going to be information gathered.
Oh, that's a dead giveaway, and Summer not having to equip his M4 back. That's a nice approach coming out here from ViCi. Zoking snuck his way in slowly. He's got the timing right because there's no one around. Somebody's going to get a kill. Sneaking in around from Olaf, and one by one they're falling apart. Slowly comes in. The drop's been heard, and Jamyang's ready and waiting. But from behind comes somebody swapping over to the AWP. They're all falling like flies, Dinko. They know where the last player is, and of course, somebody's going to take the fight. He gets a ding. He gets a tag with the op. Swaps over to the M4, but the bomb is dropped far, far away. Now, Jamyang can leg it. He can potentially pick up the bomb, but Attacker and Danking, they're going to push on up, and this is going to be impossible for Jamyang. He's great, Dinko, but this is impossible.
Yeah, it's gone. Jamyang had to be an absolute god-tier hero for ViCi yesterday in a lot of the rounds. He was showing up, getting multiple kill spray downs. He saved the day on over on Nuke. You know that they would have lost. They would have lost that map to Invictus if it wasn't for Jamyang showing up and getting that spray down. Kept them alive at map point, and well, he's gonna have to have a similar performance against TYLOO today. I just don't think obviously you can keep it up to that level when you're playing against the likes of TYLOO, but we'll see. We'll see. He's the best performing player in Asia at the moment as a single entity, I would say, right now in this tournament so far. So hopefully they can see that continue. Over here for TYLOO, somebody definitely started to step up towards the end of their previous series when they closed it out pretty convincingly on map number 3 against Beyond. I feel like he was a bit quiet for the start of the series, but he's definitely started to warm up, and towards the end of Inferno, he was just looking like a god, right? He was hitting some of these ridiculous shots. Slowly, he was having to back up the B-bomb site because somebody was halfway down Banana at the start of the round. So you just have these crazy moments where he's getting confident, he's finding success in doing it, and that's a little bit scary for ViCi because somebody's going to show up today. He's 10-1 right now, and we're 4 rounds deep. What are you doing? Why are you in here? Okay, he's in Pulp Talk.
Which is fine, but the way he just ran on up,
yeah,
he's
like, come back here. Come back here. And he's going up.
Oh, somebody. Never change, please. You
unless you're
wonderful,
blind against a European
man.
team. Then change. But this is impressive. It's very fun to watch when you're playing against some of these Asian teams because obviously it works out a lot more. When you're playing against some of the better teams, obviously somebody can't really do this as much, but oh no, see if you get 1 kill here. I'm done. Right, the Glocks, the pistols, they're running him down. Somebody finally
He deserves that.
Yeah, he does. He stuck around a little bit too long. Summer cleaning up though. 4 kills. This is a huge hold from Summer. And now he just needs 1 more, and he might just ace this. Oh, he runs out of ammo. Alman gets rid of him on the Tech 9, and what attacker he is there. Alman goes down, and 5-0.
I'm sorry. He just deserves it. It's just, you can't get away with that. Come on, man. Not every single time.
He's gonna try every single time, though. Just try, and try, and try, and try again, blah. Just keep trying. That's somebody's motto.
That's ViCi's motto as well against TYLOO.
Yeah, it's like, we will get it. We've only played, how many maps is it?
10 series. They've lost 10 games back-to-back to TYLOO.
Okay.
Which includes 2 best-of-5s and 8 best-of-3s.
They have 86 maps played against each other.
Of course, like very different lineups going all the way back to
course,
2015.
Yeah. And 8 overtimes out of those, which is actually quite kind of small in comparison to how many maps they've played together. But it's so weird. You can't really take anything from the results you look at, though, because you see ViCi beating TYLOO convincingly on Overpass one time, and then you look again, and then TYLOO in the next series beat them 16-6 on Overpass. It makes no sense. So this series has always been difficult to call and make any sense of. The only thing that does make sense is that ViCi won't win.
Death, taxes, and ViCi not being able to beat TYLOO, I guess. One of the few certainties in life, especially over here in Asia. Danking playing from the smoke, trying to neutralize the Molotov, and a lot of utility being deployed by the Ts. This is interesting from the CTs. They're still playing up close here. I'm not very comfortable with the position from somebody, Dinko. Zoking finds Summer. He's so convinced that someone's still in the smoke, and of course it is somebody, but a quick trade coming in. This setup was messy from the CTs, and Zoking still convinces someone sticking around towards Olaf.
Oh, attacker going down. King gets rid of him. And now we've got a 4 versus 2 blood. Slowly starting to wrap around as well. Armin looking for this pickup as he emerges from Ivy. And then slowly he's just going to slow it down now. Moving away. Dan King holds the cross. No one from ViCi giving anything. I love the respect that ViCi are giving to TYLOO right now. They know, okay, we're in such a favorable position. But if we can give them a slight chance, they might just win this. So we'll just sit back. We'll let it all unfold. And Dan King finally gets his opportunity. And he capitalizes, shutting down Jam Young. But the round is finally being picked up by ViCi. 5-1 blood. It's been a long time coming. But they eventually get their win over the line. And they desperately need rounds to start off this T side affair. If you let TYLOO just continue to batter you and take round after round on the CT side, you're going to be looking at a pretty terrible first half.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate King died there after all the work he did with the AWP. And but they're still going to purchase it. They have money. I think, what was it? I think it was Jam Young who dropped that gun over to Kaze. But there you have it. The big green zoom banger in the hands of Mr. Kaze. One man you'd love to have to open up sights here, but... Oh, aggression. Danking's gonna find Jam Young. Dinko. Oh my... What is that? That's not it. That's not it. Why would he just peek out there just dry? Like, what? Okay. But someone's pushed up to its teammates. Yeah, but they're everywhere.
I won't. Yeah. Some are already pushed up into T-Con. This is going to be quite difficult for them to expect, but Summer comes down to the space. Oh, God, the timing. Oh, he's throwing the smoke. Oh, that's awful. Summer could have had 1 or 2 kills there, but luckily, Attacker somehow getting a double kill. He gives his team a chance. Dan King can win this now. A 1 versus 2. Under a minute left in play, but he's still in towards Pop Dog. Almin on the bottom side. You've got Kaze. He's got the bomb. He's got a crossover, and Dan King has the perfect angle. He knows he doesn't have to make a play until that bomb gets crossed over. Luckily, Kaze taking the safe route. The damage done onto Armin, but he's not able to take the kill, and Kaze's op scope is waiting for him. This is good stuff, at least. He's able to put 2 together, blood, but scary moments across the board.
Yep, pretty scary moments, and good recovery from ViCi, stealing 2 rounds away, and it wasn't just about individual heroics. And I appreciate the fact that TYLOO are getting punished for these sort of peaks. Now, what is that peak from Slowly? It's, they have an op. He goes to the peak. Somebody just walks out dry towards Ivy, and yeah, I genuinely hate when TYLOO wins around like that because I try to look at it from the bigger picture, right? You get away with that, you're not getting punished, but eventually, once the entire Corona situation dies down, they're going to be visiting some lands, considering they are the best in Asia. They're going to be winning a lot of tournaments and a lot of qualifiers. And then what, right? You're going to be punished like crazy for these mistakes, and that's the worrying factor. Attacker pushes in, Dinko. He's going to find one. Almond finds somebody. Summer playing around the bomb train, and he's going to get found out. King in the flames. Picks up a kill. Attacker position known, and they're still duking it out. I'm not a big fan of that. Almond gets dinked down to 15 HP, but the bomb will get planted. Dinko. And now it's a 3v4, once more favoring the side of ViCi. Indeed. And what I'm happy about is the way they're winning these rounds. They are punishing that outside hole from TYLOO. And TYLOO, when they're holding aggro towards Pop Dog, to its teammates, I feel like they would have more success there. But ViCi, they're slowing it down a bit. They're using the utility. and bursting out into the outer yard, and TYLOO just not able to hold on. And again, TYLOO relying on these individual plays, pushing into the smoke, trying to win these duels. No real, well, teamwork, so to speak, honestly. It's just them relying on individuals getting a double kill every single round, and ViCi are punishing it. ViCi are moving like a pack. It's interesting watching these two teams play. It's trying to like draw an analogy, and I'd compare like ViCi to a Pride of Lions, and Tiger are basically like tigers, right? Tigers hunt alone. They hunt all by the lonesome. They're solitary creatures, and that's just unfortunate. Danking just got wrecked. And this is so good from ViCi, working together. Look at the utility placement, Dinko. They have almost everything cut out, except Summer hasn't been checked. He's hiding in the smoke on the bomb train. But bomb getting planted, yeah, there's nothing they can do. The rifle's been spammed out. Summer trying to get a kill, but Zoking dancing around. He will finally fall, but that's going to be it. Just a one casualty, one AK-47 loss, and that too was the player who got the 3 kills. So ViCi Gaming, they're definitely firmly back into this game, Dinko. We have a match in our hands here.
And that's exactly what we wanted to see. I think we immediately seen the signs that TYLOO were going to be delivering. Somebody was showing up. He was 10-1, now 12-6. I mean, still impressive, but slowed down a little bit. And the rest of TYLOO not really showing up just yet and not having those moments. Dan King, I mean, he's been hitting shots, but most of those have actually been exit frags, if you think about it.
True.
He's been kind of locked out of the bomb sites. He hasn't really been able to deliver the impact. Really solid stuff. Disciplined counter-strike coming in from ViCi, not overfacing. And while Dan King, he's been dropped down to 43. There's battling towards Ivy. Not really working out for TYLOO, but at least they keep him alive.
Yeah, he is alive, but he is being handled very, very expertly by Advent and his men. And look at the way they have control of Brownhall, Stinker, with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. They don't really have control of Banana, but they've got Almond over here, and that's going to allow them a lot of possibilities. He could be the late flank, he could be the guy trying to, isolate the player playing towards Ivy. But for the first time in a while, ViCi's going to be actually heading towards the inner bomb set, where they've actually never really won a round yet. All the 4 rounds they've won so far have been towards outside. And Danking's ready and waiting. Does have backup in the form of slowly playing up close, and he has a lot of responsibilities in his hands. And the thing is, there we go. The fake being sold, and Danking, thinking about rotating, but he's going to stick around. Flashbang's going to be a dead giveaway, Dinko, and here we go, the hit coming in.
Slowly with the first kill, Zoking hits the deck without a single kill, and now Jamyoung having to do everything, and he gets a double blur. It goes down, Dan King falls, and now the defense is looking rough. TYLOO have to pull off a 3 versus 4 retake, and they haven't been able to do that yet. ViCi have been so good in these post plants, and Jamyoung calculates. He can go forward and come back and stay alive at this point. He doesn't want to go forward again. Instead, repositions, holds the advantage instead for ViCi, should I say. And now TYLOO having to get out of here, having to save into the next round, saving what they have. And ViCi tying things up. A quick take of the B bomb site. I mean, it wasn't the most convincing of fix, I have to say. Just the one player over towards Ivy. Did a little bit of utility. You could see Dan King nearly fell for it, but it's pretty well telegraphed. It was quickly going to be a hit into that B bomb site and reply. The job done, though. I mean, they effectively take the bomb site. They get the openings. I mean, Sully was the player who found the opening kill blow on that B bomb site, but ViCi able to recover it.
Yeah, and again, like a couple of missed shots from Danking, which you don't see that often, honestly. It is very, very rare indeed. But can we just appreciate how good Jamyoung is? Like, again, this is a guy who was unknown in the Asian scene like a year ago, right? A year and a half ago. And Advent finds him from some of the pugs being played in China. And he's like, yeah, this is the guy I want. This is the guy I want on my team. And everyone's like, okay, it's a nobody. Let's see what he's got. But the sheer maturity, the in-game maturity from him to play that. Like, he gets 2 kills and he plays it safe. He doesn't overextend. He plays around the smoke, gathers information for his team. And just him staying alive, Dinko, that killed the rotation. Sorry, that killed the retake. It was just dead. As Kaze is going to find Summer. And ViCi, they're just doing everything, Dinko. They're going for the fast takes, they're going for the executes, and now they're slowly just picking TYLOO apart one by one. But Danking it slowly, they strike back. Yeah, at least he, he's the one calling everything. He's the one who's been able to shape up Jamia. Honestly, if he wasn't calling, like kick him right now, right from the team. But I do agree with you that Advent is someone who needs to probably move on to the coaching position at one point or the other. And I feel like with this online era where coaches can't talk in the server, I think it would be the perfect time for him to actually transition into the coaching role.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely got the skills and the status within China of just being the best tactical in-game leader. There's no one that even comes near to him, right? So he has that, probably the best in the whole Asian region. But look at this, slowly with Jamyong right in front of him. He's in behind. He's got 1 and 2. That's huge from slowly. That's one of the plays you expect from somebody, but not slowly. He's having a great time right now, and it's worked out. It is against the pistols as well, which is even more insane that he's decided to go for that. But he backs away. He's got the AWP in his hands, and job done. Cleaned it up. That should be the round in the bag now.
That would the difference between a slowly's approach there and somebody would have walked on into the smoke. Slowly
true.
waited. He waited for the smoke to dissipate. Checked for both the players. Got both of them. Got the hell out of there. I do agree with you. It was a little unnecessary. Maybe it was a misread from TYLOO, where that it would probably be the pistols. They probably expected a few rifles and whatnot from ViCi, which is why I went for that play. But hey, they managed to clinch it out. And this should be 7-5 here. But ViCi have strung 5 in a row, which is impressive.
Yeah, and Advent just walking right in. DanK gets the right timing on the spray. Cashes him in the smoke, and Almond sucking towards T-Con. It looks like TYLOO just easily got themselves the 7th here. DanK taking down Almond. It's just Kaze. When I say just Kaze, well, it is Kaze. He's gone now. It's going to be 7-5. ViCi, they do win themselves quite a few rounds in a row. 5 rounds ready T-side. It's not too bad, but they're grabbing control of it yet again. Take a look at the economy here for ViCi Blood. It's not looking like it's in a great spot. Look at this. Smoke fades away. First and the second kill quickly coming in. And that pretty much ruins any of the chances that that ViCi would have had in winning this round or even doing significant damage.
Well, that's significant.
39 HP. You know what? He doesn't even stop. He's just going to rush. It gives him a little bit of a motivating factor. You can't be shot now. You have to hit the headshot. And when he's going to take down Jamyong, DanK helps him out as well. That's a little bit of a meme. I guess DanK's been playing a lot of Face It or maybe some pugs where you don't have team damage on, but okay, somebody catches that one, goes back again, and Advent just shuts him down. But round's won anyway here, so at least that's something for TYLOO. And there we go, ViCi's investment not paying off. They're down to the eco again, blah. Madness.
Why does somebody face again? Like, no flashes, no nothing. He gets a first kill, mind you, which is a dry one-on-one fight. And he peeks out again. Why is he like this, Stinker? Why is somebody like this? Why does he do this to all of us? The silence is the answer right there. No one knows. No one knows. I don't think even Patty O'Shea knows the answer to that.
Yeah, Patty O'Shea doesn't even know. All the answers. I mean, he has been pretty useless over the past couple of days, hasn't he? Hasn't really been feeding Mitch much information.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. He's alone, Dinko. There's no one nearby. But doesn't matter. He wants all the kill. He's on 8 HP! He's on 8 HP!
He doesn't stop, he can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, it's like that Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't stop.
9-5 up. Last round of the first half. TYLOO, 9 rounds on the board. CT side of Trin. This was the map pick of ViCi. 5 rounds T side against TYLOO. I'd like at least one more here if I was ViCi to feel comfortable. But it still will be enough nonetheless. You know, if you have to win the pistol, they have to be a little bit more confident at the start of the half next time. But 6 would definitely put them in a more comfortable position. So they're going to be looking for that. They finally got to buy out again. TYLOO looking for this early pick. It's somebody on the AWP, and well, they usually go with this double AWP setup when they can. It's somebody and Dan King wielding them. And somebody... What are you doing? If you go back again, I'm so done. Oh, they finally forced him away. He was going to do it, blah. That
It was.
Molotov doesn't commit. They're like, okay, we have to tell you to just go away. This time, plugging the hole with Summer instead.
He is he's an interesting player, Dinka. I
Yes,
won't lie
yeah,
though.
like,
I won't lie, even though sometimes we get frustrated. He is definitely one of the most interesting, most exciting players to watch. He was doing this before Art was even known in international Counter-Strike. Everyone talks about Art as being the most aggressive player.
Which
y'all don't know. Somebody was the OG.
Yeah, he is obviously Art has taken it to another level though. Like
That's true.
When you take a look at the graphs, somebody's like relatively close, but Art is just miles.
Well, that's the thing though. Art is set up by his team to go for those plays, right?
Exactly.
Like,
somebody just does it on his own accord.
Yeah, he's like, I'm holding B alone, guys, but I'm pushing in and getting all the kills anyway. And slowly, no, he's good. He's good. But the flank is coming in. Oh, this is smart.
This is really smart. He's got himself around the back of the oil train. But the problem is still, it's a 2 versus 4. So winning this round is going to be difficult. Nonetheless, and they check for him. They get the read. They turn around, slowly catches him out. And somebody takes the final kill. 10-5 for TYLOO at the half. They continue their dominance against ViCi. Look at that. 12 kills in Zoking, and the rest are on 5 and 6. Ugh. It's not good. I mean, 5 rounds, enough rounds, Blair, but it feels disappointing still. It feels like they're just out of it. I don't know why. It just feels like TYLOO are just in such a comfortable position.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Well, one thing I really like about ViCi's train CD side, and I really hope I don't jinx them by saying this, is they have the protocols right. They're not gonna. It's not gonna be like somebody pushing down Ivy alone. They're gonna have a game plan. They're gonna have these multiple variations on the CD side setup, which I feel would be enough. As admin's getting a lot of information, there's no time being wasted, but Jamyoung up above like a king. He finds 1 kill, and Zoking and Jamyoung, they strike in tandem, flank coming in from behind, and it's all over. They just get completely shredded. The lack of utility, Dinko, just completely, just nothing to be done. And especially at that range against the USPs, you're just going to lose more than half those duels.
Well, Jamyoung just shows up. That's a good start for ViCi, definitely, and they just keep running into him. Beautiful stuff from Jamyoung. Yeah, really fantastic stuff. And I hope ViCi just forced TYLOO to respect him in the second half, because they did not in that first one. I mean, that's a pretty good statement to start things off in the second half. It was a dominant pistol win. Although TYLOO onto the Deagles. A little bit of a scary round coming up here. Potentially, and will Summer. Oh, he's going to go down early on. Advent, with the aggression, pays off. Gets the opening kill, the UMP, and will fall away. Almond shuts down slowly. Good start here. This Ivy hold has the bomb. And now somebody, an attacker, will try their best to at least take a couple of players down with them. But this round will be picked up by ViCi.
It wasn't a full investment from TYLOO though, but just a pistol to no Kevlar. An attacker has managed to escape, but he's on 11 HP. Think there's nothing he can do. Almond's gonna have no trouble picking it up. A flawless round coming out from ViCi. Almond the only one to like take a bit of damage. Just 22 points of damage dealt in total, and that buy was weird. Like, if you're not going to be investing, just going to go for the Deagle buys, Dinko, you're just hampering yourself in your buy round. Because look at this, they've all gone for they've all gone for AK-47s, at least 3 of them. And look at the money on Summer and somebody. So they're the 2 players who are going to be opting to go for the Galils. But look at the utility they have. 2 smokes, 4 flashbangs. On a map like Train, that's not enough. That's never enough.
Although when you're TYLOO and you're in a situation where you have the option to get a couple of Deagles out, I don't think you can turn that opportunity down. As annoying as it is when you come into your gun round, it hasn't worked out, but when you're TYLOO, you have always got a chance to try and win those. But look at the damage being employed. It's going to be Attacker and Summer taking so much damage on, and they're going to start running through straight into this B-bomb site. Kaze holding on, a double kill. He'll look for more. Smokes up, kill from Summer, and Kaze trying to stop this ramp push. It's not really worked out for him, but luckily Zoking is continuing to just slap TYLOO. 16 kills for him, 14 deaths. TYLOO lose that round like it was an eco, blah. They got absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, and again, the utility. There was, I don't think there was even a smoke towards connector if you're going to go for that play. So basically just taking open duels and Kaze, again, great positioning from him. He read that perfectly. Well-timed grenade as well earlier. I do believe that was from Jam Young. And yeah, that softened them up a little bit. And now the big guns are coming out. We have the AWP in the hands of Mr. Kaze. CD side hopping on train. That's his bread and butter, Dinko. That's where he thrives. Yes, he's been quiet so far. And somebody has gone for the Nova in Pop Dog. I mean, he's gonna get the kill, isn't he?
Almond. Spraying away, trying his best. I would love to see the Nova work. Advent's run out of ammo. Oh, God. Oh, no, blah. This is happening slowly with 2 kills. Kaze relocates. Oh, nearly catches out slowly. That would have been nice on the transfer with the Deagle, but he's still alive, still walking this earth, and now 3 versus 3. At least TYLOO haven't been able to recover any weapons. They've still only got a Nova and 2 Deagles, so ViCi should be having this round in the bag, especially because Slowly is now being pushed back into Ivy. If he had taken the A bomb side, if he had maintained that control, then he would have been able to do a little bit more. But Kaze, oh, he goes around the corner, finally getting the job done. And he's going to look for another kill here. No Summer was around this area going for the pre-fire on the AWP, but it's not really working out. And somebody, meanwhile, the Jaws music begins to play as he goes onto the bomb site with a Nova. He's hunting them down, but nothing being presented. He's been spotted as well. He'll go back for the shot. That thing's not doing much from that range. It actually does a little bit of damage, but it's not going to take him down. And it's going to be ViCi with another round. That always gets a little bit scary when you see TYLOO in those situations.
Yeah, it got a tad bit scary there. But of course, the buy is going to be coming on. This is a much better buy for TYLOO. But hey, look at the scoreline though, Dinko. ViCi, 1 round away from tying it up.
We've seen this from TYLOO yesterday. We've seen them just absolutely play terribly on their T side. It just all fell apart, right? The only reason they beat Beyond on this map was because they just had 3 rounds where they won on pistols.
Helped out by the fact that Beyond were making some terrible decisions. QQ especially towards the pop, if you remember, with the rifle just pushing up ladder when he knew that TYLOO had pistols. And so far, ViCi, they haven't made too many mistakes. They really haven't. Like 5 rounds on the T side, that's completely normal. That's completely what you can expect. And so far, the CD side has been flawless. Zoking now playing towards Pop. Kaze has got his back. They have a player who's pushed up towards T mid as well. They have no one towards Ivy though. Now the problem with this setup is if Slowly can cross on over to the back of Ivy and trying to work from all 1.6, it could present a problem. But of course they don't know what we do. It's a very traditional, very standard setup from ViCi. The problem is, or the question here for me is, how long are they going to stick around with this? Are they going to switch it up eventually? And that is indeed going to be the case, Dinko. They're aware the flank is possible, so they've kept Almond all the way towards CD spawn, cutting off a potential flank.
Kaze, scope in. Player's about to round this corner, and Kaze is holding on. Smoke up in his face. Kaze was the flashbang, repositions to the bomb site itself, and with 27 seconds left, Almond's position will be first contact. A lot of damage being sprinkled over Summer here, but it's not really working out just yet. Neither of these players have won. Summer's down to 7 HP. He's hiding, just buying time, keeping Almond distracted, and the push coming into the A bomb site. Somebody gets rid of Zoking. Summer finally meets his maker, but the push has already come through. The bomb has gone down just in the nick of time, and another kill collected for TYLOO. ViCi have got to pull off the retake in a 4 versus 3. Jamyong has started things off well. The second best team in China. And now they start moving back in. 20 seconds. Attacker. Position behind the green train in hell. He's holding an advanced stance, hoping he can catch one of these wide peak angles from Kaze, but they've moved to the site. Jamyong with another important kill in the lineup. Okay, of course they line up for Slowly. The double is there. Advent and Jamyong both going down, and TYLOO given an 11th round. That is heartbreaking for ViCi. It looked like Jamyong had done enough into the retake, but there's not enough in the end. Bless Slowly just getting the perfect lineup, and TYLOO will take another.
That was actually a very, very well played round from TYLOO. Look at the way they slowed things down. They forced ViCi to make mistakes. They forced him, and look at the way they caught them out. Right, they had the outer bomb side control, and yes, it came down to a 3v3. It came down to Jam Young putting the work, and it looked a little close there, and TYLOO kind of stealing it in the end. But that was an incredibly well played round from TYLOO. They completely bamboozle ViCi towards that outer bomb site. So more like that, please. Whoever's calling right now, I do believe it's Summer still calling for TYLOO, but that was very well done.
Yeah, really well played round, and TYLOO showing us that they've got that. They've got that in their arsenal.
And they didn't overpeak. They didn't overface in that post plan as well. I mean, more of that, please, TYLOO.
Maybe they learned their mistakes again. Learned their lessons against Beyond yesterday, where okay, maybe if we don't focus up at a certain point, this is where it gets out of hand, and we potentially go on to lose this map. We seen them turn it on in Inferno. Told me the joke about turning the knobs and getting up to 40%. Here against ViCi, they're looking quite focused now on this T side. As they slow things down, TYLOO are going to send a couple of players to the brown holes. ViCi have used so much utility already, and they just use another smoke. You've got one Molotov left, one flash, one smoke, and a nade, and that's across 2 players.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? When TYLOO is slowly feeling it out, the smoke execute towards outside, but it's all a ruse. Dinka, 2 players marching up. And Jam Young, my god, he's good. My god, he's so good. And Almond, he's going to strike as Zoking caught out in the open. Slowly, he's just going to run on out, rip his head off. But it's still a 2v3. Make that a 1v4. Sorry, my math's all over the place because they're all falling. They get completely wrecked, Dinko. And just a shutdown from ViCi. And you got to, again, bear in mind, that round, if ViCi lost that, their money would have been in the bin. And that would have been TYLOO. It would have been 12-9 to scoreline, and TYLOO could have easily got to 13 or maybe even 14 because ViCi would have probably gone for a double eco or something of that nature. So that is such an important round for ViCi to win, and they win it convincingly. For TYLOO, it's going to be a half investment. Some Kevlar, some pistols, a couple of AKs on Danking and Attacker. They're going to at least try and get the bomb down or at least deal a bit of damage here. So, not ecoing yet.
Almond swinging out towards Long and Ivy. He will catch out slowly. Another push coming down in towards the same bomb site. It's not really working out too well for TYLOO. They're losing far too many players. Kaze shuts down Dan King, and look at somebody. He's on the other end of the map. The bomb left. Let's have a look at where the bomb is on the map right now.
The Matter's all dead.
Yeah, he just kind of left it. He's like, we don't need you this round. Screw it. If we're going to win this, it's not going to be off a bomb plant. 11-11. Buy coming in for TYLOO. They'll be the AK out for Attacker. And you have to remember, back to Pal Summer, Attacker had one of the best performances we've seen from him in a very long while, right? He was, he's good. He's consistently good, but he was a game changer for TYLOO in so many maps back in Pal Summer. I'd love to see that Attacker, even if it's just for one map. It would just be great to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like Attacker and even Mr. Summer, they haven't really, and including somebody as well, they've just been upstaged by these 2 young players in the form of Danking and Slowly, right? But we all know what they can do, and it's when the going gets tough, it's the veterans who step up, and right now they need to step up. You look at the average aggregate HP left at the end of the rounds, TYLOO substantially higher than ViCi's. It goes to show how convincing some of the wins were, the round wins were, but the score is tied.
Well, dropping down, it'll be Zoking, who gets rid of Attacker, and now 5 versus 4, a mad advantage in play here for ViCi. And that's not the start Attacker would be looking for. We're just talking about him, Blow. We're talking about his performance and how we wanted to see that level be reached by in this round. He doesn't even get a chance to show us. As he is picked off almost immediately. Oh, somebody just jumping over the top. Oh my, what are you doing? What is that, Blood?
Somebody.
Like, what is that, though? It's just kind of, like, jumps the flash.
I've stopped trying to understand what goes on in that man's mind like a couple of years ago, Dinko. And honestly, I rather not attempt that again. They're just falling apart. Almond just feeling it right now. He's taking 2 players down, just going for the duels. And he knows the final player's there as well. And slowly, well, he's got the bomb, Dinko, but There's not a snowflake's chance in hell for him pulling this one back. It's a 1v5. No one's low on the side of ViCi, and they're already on the hunt. Look at the position from Zoking as well. He's tagged him down. The hunt is on. They're wrapping around. They don't want to lose too many players, though, because their money isn't exactly perfect either. But yeah, Slowly doesn't expect another player in the same position. ViCi Gaming, Dinko, they're in the lead. And the way they're winning the rounds, it's kind of convincing me that they might actually take this map. This is looking very promising for Advent and his men.
It's looking real promising, right? This is definitely exciting to see, because that means we've got a series on our hands. Maybe we even see ViCi take this series for the first time in a while, blah. that would be quite incredible. I mean, TYLOO kind of looked a little rough in this tournament so far, I'll be honest. We haven't really seen the dominant TYLOO just yet. Yesterday, taking a map off Beyond, looking like they may potentially go on to lose that one. They could have lost 2-0 realistically. So ViCi have a real chance here, and Slowly trying to run down with a Mac 10. It's going to be Alman who gets caught out by it. No, okay, Zoking with a big double. It was just chaos on the server, but it's somebody with a Tech 9. He's taken 2, and that's all he'll find as Advent with the rifle at least returns things to normality. It's 13-11. ViCi are 3 away from taking Train, and we take a look at what TYLOO have brought to the table. It's not going to be the best of buys. In fact, they will get the rifles and the AWP out, but look at what Attacker has. 3.4k. Someone can get the AK out with the armor, a little bit of utility as well, but they are suffering in terms of utility across this board. It's not fantastic.
It's not at all. And for ViCi, though, this is looking so good, Dinko. The money is flush as we do enter the end game of this particular map. 3 more rounds remaining for ViCi, and CD side, TYLOO have only managed to get 1 round here on their T side, while for the side of ViCi, it's been 8 rounds. And apart from that one solitary round, it's been... And it was a very well-played round from TYLOO, but then ViCi have been able to adapt, improvise, overcome. And right now, they are just stomping on TYLOO. There we go. Jam Young. I think all of us... Like, okay, here's the thing, right? The only criticism I can give this guy is not even a criticism. It's just that he hasn't really been tested against international opposition, while Kaze has. But that's not his fault. Just that, you know, ViCi have not been able to beat TYLOO and qualify for any events. And even if they have, or even if they will in the future, the COVID thing's going to keep him at bay, and it's still going to be in China for a while. But he's definitely making a case for himself of being perhaps the best player right now in Asia, and he is stepping up. Sure, it's not had the numbers that Zoking has, but all these impactful kills and how instrumental he is in shutting down these sort of TYLOO hits, especially with the B bomb side. He's been massive indeed. Gets a dodge, and now 13-11 the scoreline. TYLOO, all 4 players gap this inner hit. It is a ruse towards outer. They're going to go for the same thing, Dinko. Let's see if it works this time around.
Oh, the Sprites could be Alman catching out Attacker. Jam Young doing well. A double kill from the spools. It's Slowly and somebody both slipping on the floor. Jam Young laid the trap, and now TYLOO with just danking, and Summer. It's Summer with a headshot. That's at least something in here for TYLOO, but it's not looking like it's going to be much more. ViCi reaching 14. Can they get it done? Kaze, he's going to get another chance. He's just not landing these shots. Looks so close in the first attempt, but he's going to get away. 30 seconds now on the clock. CT side just holding that bomb on the B bomb site. As TYLOO over on A, just saving it over into the next round. They desperately need both of these weapons. If they do not carry these over, ViCi should be just closing out Trim, most likely. Well, at least reaching match points, simply. If I was ViCi right now, I'd be hunting. Look how much money they have. It's worth the hunt, getting rid of this AWP and the AK.
Yeah, but Adam's like, let's not get over eager. Let's not do anything crazy. 14-11. Oh. TYLOO, this is a rude awakening, Dinko.
It is. It's a realization that, okay, oh no. This might actually happen. Well, they're used to losing maps to ViCi. You know, true. They've come back in series after a couple of lost maps, even best of 5s, and it's looking like ViCi are finally going to do it. They get all of our hopes up. The Australians are going mental. We're going mental on Twitter, and then TYLOO win. And it's just the most depressing, Scenario of receiver. Kaze gets the opening kill. It's Dan King that goes down. An opening kill for ViCi. They're going to be reaching map point here on Trin, and it hasn't even been close in this second half. TYLOO's T side sucks, and it hasn't really got better. And it's going to be Advent just sitting in front of the smoke at all off. He starts to fall away. 9 kills, 14 deaths, but it just goes to show his team are 14-11 up. He provides much more to the server than kills.
Yeah, this I can hear the bells tolling, Dinko, in the distance. There's a very famous song by Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolled, and I gotta say, I think I have an answer for that. It is going to be for TYLOO. They're going to come crawling into the Cinder bomb site. But they're going to be creeping into certain death by the looks of things. Almond, poison ready. Jamyoung has been a champion, a turret. An absolute beast towards the Zinner bomb site. Just his ability to stay alive. They hear the drop coming in and Almond's ready. His crosshair's placement is perfect. Summer does reply back, but Jamyoung, it's a 1v4. There's no need to face, but okay, Summer. All right. It was a time for you to just pull back the years and go fancy one on us. Now is the time. Scoped in, the flashbang is perfect. That is brilliant. That's what I want to see.
Lasted for like a year. It's the best flash we've seen in this tournament so far. Advent, the player who throws it, just fantastic. That completely neutralizes Summer. He can't do anything in the clutch. He does get that bomb plant in though, Blair, and look what that's done for the economy of TYLOO. It's given them enough money, just enough to get 8Ks across every player. So if they are to win this round and maybe mount the comeback to overtime, it'll be thanks to Summer getting that money in the bank.
That flash was just brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant from ViCi. Of course, we've seen this in the past. I mean, it's a standard flash, right? When you have a player's the T's pincer on the bomb side, they're trapped there, they have nowhere to go, and you have a player coming down from the lowest slope. But it's just the fact that we've rarely or ever seen anyone go for these sort of things, you know, small little micro plays, which is so very common in international Counter-Strike, the top tiers of international Counter-Strike, and it's just absent. And when I suddenly see this in a game between two Chinese CS, it's shocking, but it's you know, it's a happy shocker, Dinko. It's a complete opposite of watching somebody walking through a smoke. This is a complete antithesis to that. This is like the solution, the fix to that, and that makes me happy. And right now, just because of that flash, I really want ViCi to win this. Close it out.
Actual Counter-Strike being played on the server. Would you like to see it? And well, Attacker and Slowly have got a couple of kills. It's not done yet. Like I said, Summer got the money in the bank, and now TYLOO have the AKs. They've been so good at breaking the hearts of every team in this tournament before, Blair, and now they go up 15 rounds, still on the board for ViCi, but I think they realize they've got to concede this one. It's 15-12. TYLOO are not done yet.
Where did that come from? Well, fortunately for ViCi, though, the way they've managed to win all these rounds in a row, it's they won 10 rounds out of 11 on the CD side. Obviously, TYLOO, this is going to be the second round on the T side, but the fact that they're actually able to, you know, keep most of their players alive means they did themselves a very big favor. I mean, look at the amount of money they have remaining. So they can lose a couple of rounds. It's fine. They still have a lot of money, oodles of cash to work with. And for TYLOO, again, I'm not convinced. I feel like it was just them winning, outdueling their opponents there. It was just them outdueling it, just the usual, you know, force play. The first round they won on the T side, that was very well played. Apart from that, this is just, again, classic TYLOO, just throw numbers and out-aim your opponents. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it 3 more rounds in a row. I don't see it happening.
We'll see. TYLOO to defy the odds quite a bit. Smokes down. Utility being used up. A good kill from Zokane. Tanking going down, but Attacker able to get an important kill back. And Kaze continuing here. And this looks like it's done. ViCi up 2 players right now looking at its entry and send us to the second map with a map under their belt and 1 step closer to finally beating TYLOO. Slowly left alone into 1 versus 4, and he's out of there. It's ViCi taking their map pick 16-12. They finally get it done, and now we have 1 more map. If they can win the second map, boy, this would be incredible. If ViCi can somehow finally beat TYLOO,